Hey, this looks kind of interesting.
Torqstorm Supercharger.
Oh, look at this idiot. Man, this guy would not make me buy a Torqstorm.
Perfect for
You sound like an idiot.
With a daily driver, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
I could do a lot more to make a lot more power, especially E85. But
Can't take any more of this guy. Still going, huh? Still talking. That's more like it. Way better. That fucking hurt. Welcome back, YouTube and fellow gearheads. Finally giving you all what you wanted. Today, we're going to be diving into a 1-year review on my Torqstorm Silverado. But before that, I kind of want to show off my new cooling pump. But for now, we're going to go ahead and put our coolant in our ice box. I don't have enough, so I need to order more gallons. But this is to see if we're going to get any leaks and if that pump's even going to turn any water. Not enough. Let's go see how this thing sounds. Ooh, sounds like a fuel pump. Look how sweet this thing is. It's nice. I probably need to clean it up a little bit. Just got it on. So far, so good. Don't see any leaks. We'll meet you on the other side. Not sure if you guys were actually curious about what is going on in here. The pump right now is trying to get some air out of the lines because I obviously don't have it all the way full when I got the lid off here, but when it finally gets itself its own vacuum, it'll continuously pump like this. Once I get it full and I got the lid on, it won't be super spotty like that, so I just gotta pretty much fill it up and it should be golden, but that's a lot of coolant moving. Today, we're gonna dive into a 1-year review on my Torqstorm Silverado. This truck's exciting, it's powerful, and it's a blast to drive. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from over the year. First and foremost, this truck just feels reliable. I feel like I can throw whatever I want at it and it will just take it. I've only had one issue with the Torqstorm, and that is around when I first put it on. I think I misaligned the belt and I tore a rib off of the entire belt. Other than that, I've had no issues since then. The Torqstorm pairing with the 5.3 kind of makes this thing a beast, and it's been a blast to put the pedal to the floor. This thing's slowly also been becoming an eye catcher, and I have tons of people asking me about it every time I go somewhere with it. One of the best things about this truck, in my opinion, is the sound of the exhaust, paired with the Torqstorm and the blow-off valve. I could listen to that all day long. Also, I'm still amazed with the miles per gallon that this thing gets for the fuel economy. I think it's in between 22 and 25 miles per gallon right now. And every time I get it out, it just continues to go up. I haven't had this thing quite long enough or driven it enough to exactly know what it's capable of. But other than that, I'm happy about it. And all I know is this thing is a great cruiser, and I'm super happy how it turned out. The perfect road trip truck. And I'll give you guys a little insight for the Torqstorm people that haven't seen my truck before or heard about it. This is my 2008 Silverado with a 5.3 stage 4 Brian Tooley cam, 3200 stall, 373 jegs posi unit and axles, the Torqstorm 3.5-inch air to water intercooler kit, all while making 9 pounds of boost. All I have to say is that the installation process of the Torqstorm was a breeze, and I had the truck up and running in no time. I had the whole supercharger kit installed in one evening. Over the past year, I've made a few improvements, including installing my entire fuel system set up for E85. I got the flex fuel sensor back there. It's all wired up here. I made a full video about that if you're interested. I picked up a set of race stars that need some ET Streets or something on it. I just picked them up for 400 bucks. Painted the frame, and as you guys just saw, putting that new water pump on there for the cooling system for the intercooler. I've also had some fun with it, including a ton of burnouts, because until I put a sticky tire and Caltrax on this thing, that's about all that it's good for. I've enjoyed this thing so much, and a little less daily driver, a little more for the street. You know, I'm changing it up from what I first told you guys, but I want to keep adding to it and see where this thing ends up in the food chain. On that note, I hope to get some Caltrax, ET Streets, E85, and a tune done for you guys this year. It's just so dang time consuming and expensive to do these things. Let's all hope the truck treats me well so I can go to the track and get some times for you all. I'm even excited to see how this thing does at the track. And I'm sure you guys have seen all the videos, or some of the videos, of me playing around on the street. Even for smoking the tires as much as it does, it's still pretty fun and it gives up some good races. Hopefully all that changes once I get traction so you guys can all see what the Torqstorm's actually capable of. Since we're getting towards the end of the video, I'm sure you guys are all wondering if I'm ever gonna change the head unit or if I'm ever gonna change the pulley out. Well, in the future I plan to, but at this point, I just wanna get the truck dialed in. Even though it's 500 wheel horsepower, it should do some damage on the street. To sum it up, the Torqstorm has been a blast to play with, and I'm looking forward to improving it and doing even more things to have fun with it. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up and a subscribe on your way out. Until next time, happy driving.